take the
Last one here. 3 o'clock this should have started.
Good afternoon, everybody. Starting the AGM for 2013, 3:10. There is Danny. Apologies, Ken and Ann Merritt, Lauren and Tony Frith, Richard and Lindsay Edwards, and anybody else who... Oh, Paul and Sue, yeah, sorry, we've got that one here as well.
Jane and Tim and John and Joyce last week.
Okay, right.
Sending anybody else?
Yeah, that's a
Oh, John, get her on the right foot, then she won't echo.
Order. Minutes of the meeting from last year. Has everybody seen a copy? Can anybody got any questions on it? Can I have a proposer for them?
Go on then.
Me. Seconder? Colin? Thank you. Matters arising. Anybody got any matters that they would like to bring up at this point? Anything? Anything at all? Okay.
It's going to be a quick one.
No? Okay. Then we'll move on to the next one. Organisers report. Then we'll give you a report of the actions of the club over the last 12 months.
I'm going to sit down and what's on. It's the second year since the ACC has been born, and to be honest, nothing has changed. The AGM is a formality that we have to comply with as part of the exemption certificate, and usually lasts 25 minutes. Most of those are reviewing the rallies from last year. This year started well, attended by well-attended day meet at Linroy's. I'm thinking of moving it to another venue, but I wanted to know if anyone had got any venues, or is it we don't break what's not, no, what's it called? Don't fix what's not
Somebody
broken.
had a good night.
So, I only had 2.5 pints. So, it was not, shut up. So, if you do want to continue with Linroy's, then we'll do a show of hands afterwards. First rally was at Collingham, which was in glorious sunshine, and a good turnout of 9 units. We managed a chilli and rice supper, and nobody got food poisoning, which I was quite impressed with myself about. And we got together for a Friday and Saturday night for bingo and raffle. Normanton on Soar, that was a new venue. It was a nice level field. It wasn't until the rain came, and then that was followed closely by the farmer and his tractor to pull us off the field, all except for one of us who managed to get off first. But the mess we made of the field, I was quite shocked when I rang them and they said that I was back again. Easter was a return trip to Talltrees. The weather was cold, and luckily we all managed to get hook up, which made it a bit more comfortable. With only one child attending, he did really well and won the decorating egg competition and the egg hunt. We were treated to a supper by Anne and Jan, who were 70 years young that weekend. Jansen's Fisheries, that was a new rally and it went down quite well. I think this was to do with the weather. Mind you, I can remember that mixed Facebook and YouTube had quite a bit of me and my squiffiness on it, and I was having a very nice hen night in New York. But that was to the disgust of Dave Beaumont, who wasn't very happy with me. We did get a bit oiled, and Mandy and I hijacked the treasurer and bartered with the local pub to get a room for the social. We had a bingo and was treated to a fab night's entertainment by Diane and Sue with a game of Pass the Parcel. It was brilliant, thank you ladies. May Day bank holiday at Darley was well attended. We were all eating outside, the weather was fabulous and the summer had started. Spring bank holiday at Bilsbury Reindeer Park near Lichfield was a new venue. More great weather and again treated to Sue and Diane's evening entertainment of this time a treasure hunt, which again was brilliant. The next rally was Sweet Edges Farm and a tad uneven, but 11 units made it. It was supposed to be good weather, but didn't actually tell the weather because it was cloud all weekend, but we made the best of it. On the other hand, Clumber Park was roasting. In fact, it was too hot for me. I'm glad that we parked under the tree as we got the shade that it offered in the afternoon. We were visited by Pam and Roy, who were brought there by their son and daughter-in-law. We had a good natter. It was great to see them and hear what they've been doing. Although Clumber Park's a fabulous venue, it was a very good insect bite capital. I had 30 bites on my legs and I was one of the better off. Some people were worse off than me. Dave and I didn't go to Linden Tarp, but again the weather was exceptional. They had an outdoor or a semi-outdoor event, putting up the tops of the tents as the rain was forecast in the evening. Luckily Elaine had done a quiz to keep everyone entertained, covering the years of Barry's life. Didn't know they had that long, did we?
Took us all night. Float on.
They didn't have a lot else to do, as I forgot to give them the bingo bag and the raffle tickets, but that didn't stop them staying out till at least midnight. Upton Farm at Carsington, we had a temporary member join the rally, Andy, Shelley and their children. I later had an email from Shelley, which was really nice, explaining that they'd love to join it. They was going to join us at Sandringham, but couldn't find a site nearby, so they went down south instead. But they said that they wanted to thank us for accepting them, and advised that they'll keep looking on the website for us, and hopefully catch up with us later in the year. She felt that Charlie and Georgia, which were the children, were a little too disruptive for us. And Georgia had special needs. She was autistic. So when she was in the club at night, it was difficult to keep quiet. And Charlie thought it was great to join in the fun, so he was even louder. But she said she really enjoyed it, and thanks for our openness and accepting them. Sandringham was a little gem of a site, thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Hubbard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Right, we continue on with the AGM. Debbie, you're going to carry on with your organising report?
Yeah, I'll finish with that.
Right.
So, I'll start where I got up to. So, Sandringham Estate is a gem of the site, thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Hubbard. It's a good job we're miles away from everywhere, and because we had a couple of cracking nights in the tents and were quite loud, and also the ACC Sports Day, which everyone enjoyed. Dave and I were blown away by the amount of volunteers that we had. He thought we'd have half a dozen volunteers, but then I think we had a few that didn't want to join and everybody else did, so we were all blown away. Mick played the blinder with the YouTube footage, letting the world know what the wine connoisseurs with Crafford and Bear were supplying Mandy to her amusement for the Saturday of an afternoon's drinks. I thought you were alright myself. Thorsby Hall, Dave and I again couldn't make that rally. We were finishing the driveway that we started last year. They managed to have a great time, although the turnout was a small one. It became more intimate and everyone mingled together, which made it a good rally. I went for coffee morning and gave a little speech. Is that your phone?
Jan Jarvis.
Yeah.
I'll ring her back. Can I? Yeah, I've declined it.
So the last rally was at Hayes Farm. The last rally was Hayes Farm. We had a reasonable turnout again, a beautifully sunny weekend. We had another temporary member join us for the rally, although she won't be joining the club because she was on her way home to Yorkshire. Another year's gone, and I think you'll agree, the weather has made it a fabulous one. It's almost the end of the year, not long till the Christmas rally. We've got the Christmas rally invitations here if you want to get one later. We've decided to keep the rally fee at £20 per weekend again this year. The weather, I think you'll agree, as I say, have I put that to work? Well, I don't know. Again, I think the fabulous year we've had with the weather has made it a lot better, as the company and also the lads we've had together. For all the latest information and news, make sure you visit the website or Facebook. There's always something on there to look at. Thanks, Nick.
You're welcome.
Next year's rally has been added to the website as well, so if you want to have a look at those. There's also on the wall, which is a bit late now, we've got the rally host, so please put your name down if you want to be one. The committee run all the bank holiday rallies, carry equipment, etc. So it would be nice to give them a break and let them enjoy the rallies for themselves from time to time. So if you do want to just collect money or help out, that would be really helpful. I would like to thank all the committee members and all the hard work they've made throughout the year, mucking in and helping out when needed, and giving up their time for the weekend to make sure the rallies go well. Especially as the only incentives they have for being the committee member is keeping the club going. Also, thanks to the members for the generosity with any donations, and I'd like to say a big thank you to you all, and see you again next year. That's me.
Right, okay, next thing on the agenda is the Treasurer's report. I've only had 2 sips. So, Phyllis, you'd like to give your Treasurer's report?
Speak up.
I mean, the only obvious thing through the year is the gas we haven't used up this year. And what we have used is very fortunate for us that we've been able to get the bottles refilled quite cheap compared to what a full normal bottle costs. So that's been a big help for those who have had them filled for us. Otherwise, I'd say the club's just running along very nicely, thank you. If you need to see what we've done rally by rally, there is a copy here. This is just what Mick does on his computer for me. And I think that's a lot to say. We're doing all right.
They're viable.
Yeah, can I just have a proposer of the minutes, yeah.
Organising report.
Treasurer's report.
Oh, that's it. Who we got? Hang on, keep hands up, John. And seconder?
Randy.
Andy. Matters for discussion is the next thing up on the agenda. I don't think from earlier on today with the all the matters arising and whatever, I don't know if anybody's got anything they'd like to say or anything they'd like to bring up that we can have a brief discussion on. Organiser, are you ready? No. Okay.
There must be something.
That leads us on to any other business. Is there any other business? No. Okay, so finally, the election of the officers and committee. We've got proposers and seconders for the area organiser. Area organiser, she just be the organiser, isn't she?
Oh yeah.
It just makes us a bit bigger though, doesn't it, area organiser. Debbie has been returned as organiser.
Unopposed.
Assistant organiser. We have an all-lady front line this year. Mandy's taken on the position of assistant organiser. And Phyllis has taken on, or continued, with the position of treasurer. So we've got a really good front row there. I don't know which one of them is the hooker, but
Rugby.
Hooker and 2 props. Committee members, we've actually got 5 people who put the name down. We normally have 4, but everybody's been proposed and seconded. So I think we'll keep it at that, to be honest with you. It's just 1 extra, or 2 extra pairs of hands just to help with weekend to weekend running. So the committee members is Paul Gatt, Ken Berricks, Colin Jarvis, Colin Hubbard and John Ivan. And that completes the election of the committee. So if anybody's got anything else to say, we shall close the meeting at 8:05. Possibly the longest meeting.
3 o'clock.
That's 8:08, that's proper.
That's a wicked one, that is.
Thank you all very much.
Thank
That for a cheese board.
On that table, paperwork, all the copies.
Watching you.
Now I'm all right. Still remember
Do. The music man.